My eyes mutated into bat eyes, and I vaguely gained the unique echolocation abilities that bats possess. It felt as if I had established a subtle connection with bats. These creatures, typically brutal and bloodthirsty in the darkness, showed me extraordinary affection, leaping and celebrating on my hands like beloved brothers. With my remarkable intelligence, I quickly mastered my newfound superpowers and thoroughly enjoyed everything about this transformation. However, I discovered my one fatal flaw. I had to constantly feed on blood just like a bat. Realizing I was about to lose control, I forcibly locked myself in the laboratory to see what would happen if I didn't consume blood. My vital signs rapidly deteriorated, the pain intensified, and bat-like features began emerging on my face. This meant that without timely blood replenishment, I would die from weakness. Fortunately, my dear friend Milo came to visit me in the lab at that moment. For years, Milo had been tormented by the same disease, suffering unbearably. His only hope was that I could develop an antidote as soon as possible. When he saw my monstrous appearance, Milo urgently asked how he could help me. By then, my craving for blood had completely overwhelmed my rationality. I wrote a message in blood, and without hesitation, Milo retrieved blood bags and opened the laboratory door to hand them to me, despite the danger. After I drank the blood, I visibly transformed back into a healthy state before his very eyes. Milo was stunned by this sight. He excitedly realized that the bat serum experiment had succeeded and couldn't wait for me to inject him with the serum. But I refused him outright. I explained that I couldn't control this dark power. This wasn't salvation, but a curse. For safety's sake, I harshly told Milo to leave immediately. Milo left the laboratory heartbroken and with heavy steps. When night fell, a female nurse at the research center was preparing to turn off the lights and go home. Suddenly, she heard strange sounds behind her. A shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, rapidly approaching her. The nurse sensed danger and quickened her pace to leave, but sharp claws suddenly reached out from behind her, draining her blood completely. The next morning, I heard commotion in the hallway and rushed out to investigate, only to discover the nurse lying on the ground. Thinking I had committed this terrible act, in a moment of lost control, I immediately grabbed blood bags and prepared to flee. Unexpectedly, I ran straight into detectives who insisted on taking me in for questioning without any explanation. In self-defense, I fought back. They were no match for me and were quickly knocked to the ground. Not daring to linger, I fled in all directions, only to find myself trapped in a dead end. In this critical moment, my abilities awakened again. I rushed up a tall building at incredible speed, moving so fast I could easily dodge bullets. Just then, strong winds suddenly picked up on the rooftop, and I temporarily couldn't control the airflow, nearly falling. When I looked up again, the detective had already appeared before me.
Enough.
Unwilling to commit murder, I surrendered and was imprisoned. Shortly after, my friend Milo came to visit me under the pretense of being my lawyer, deliberately leaving blood bags for me in case of emergency before departing. However, as Milo left, he forgot the cane he had used since childhood in the prison. As the prison gates opened, one by one, Milo, who had previously walked with difficulty, now moved as swiftly as any healthy person. His once frail body was visibly becoming stronger and more robust. Clearly, he had secretly injected himself with the serum. I realized that it was Milo, not me, who had drained the nurse's blood. Given his cruel nature, he would undoubtedly bring disaster upon humanity.